So right now we're pushed out about 90 feet to the city. So this is asbestos or RCP, reinforced concrete pipe. This is the material outside, you can kind of see. So what we're looking for is at any sort of the joints, if there's any sort of separation, roots growing in through the top, anything like that. And then throughout this house is going to be cast iron. So we'll pull back here. So there's a joint there. You can kind of see everything looks nice and tight. So it's good. Back a little bit of an offset there. Small little pool of water there. Nothing to be too concerned about at this time. So this is going to be the cast iron to asbestos pipe transition. This will be just outside the house, typically right around 4 feet. So now here in the cast iron, we're going to be looking for any sort of divots, cracks, any sort of separation. So you can kind of see there is some buildup along on the outside, and then we look at the bottom just to make sure that nothing is caving in or, you know, having bellies. See, definitely a little bit of buildup. Sort of wipes and or toilet paper that's caught. You can kind of see how it snags inside there. So definitely has some buildup here in the piping. You kind of see on the sides where it's snagging and catching toilet paper. So the cast iron's starting to deteriorate there. See, this doesn't look too bad. You can kind of tell where it's real nice and round. Doesn't have a whole lot of that buildup. Looks like at some point, yeah, it has a little bit of a belly on that side. See this water sitting here, and then a pool of water here. So might not have an immediate problem, but over time this could get build up, get worse. Definitely you can kind of see some, this whole section right here. And this would be underneath the concrete. Someone did some sort of repair right here. Probably when they added this shower or something. So that's newer PVC. And just a lot of buildup. So with replacing this water heater, the flue piping looks to be okay above here. We'll have to add a couple minor changes in the gas system for it. So add an emergency valve closer to the unit. This essentially, this will have to come out, and honestly, we may have to gain access to it from the side here. So we're actually, more than likely, we may have to cut this wall just to get this unit out, because there's not going to be enough room here. Or potentially pull this apart just to get the water heater out. The thing that we did notice is the main shutoff here is also leaking. Potentially just from the packing, might need some adjustment, but again, it is original. Toilet internals all look really good. No really discoloration, buildup. Not too bad. Relatively newer. Yeah, potentially this is a newer valve, which is good, but may just have to do a little rebuild on it. Again, here's some of that hard water buildup. A little loose there. Let's see. Shower here. You can tell this is definitely a lot newer. How nice and smooth this turns on and off. Definitely don't think it's frozen or broken. Got pretty good pressure here. Possibly needs a rebuild or replacement on that. You can see how loose the spigot is. Sprinkler system over here. Sump pumps just separated. Let's see if we can kind of wiggle that back on now. That might need a little bit of adjustment. Definitely recommend maybe someone turning on the sprinkler systems to verify they haven't turned that on yet. Same thing, leaking out the top here. Real loose here. Probably another rebuild on this. Potentially rebuild on this one. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else plumbing wise. It's pretty good. Typically most houses just have the 2 outdoor spigots, so, and they got one in the garage. Another thing I look for outside is just if there's any sort of paint marks, like see how they have a green, that's a marked sewer. So someone probably had to do some work, or utilities were called out. I don't see any sort of paint or anything anywhere, like where someone indicated that there's a break or anything in the line. You have an exposed water shut off, so this is raised where it should at least, so you can turn the water off to the house. That's good, at least it's exposed. Whether or not it works or not Obviously, don't know without pulling off the cap and everything else, but typically